Beerzerker! Alright. So it's Rogue week here. Or Rogue couple of days. So now it's the Yellow Snow IPA. Together we can do it. He's there with his dog. I'm here with my dog. But the snow just all melted, so we'll be doing it today. They got their ingredients. Of course, they're using the Pac-Man yeast again, and all their Cara foam, whatever the hell that is. Melaningo and Rogue, blah 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 blah. Malts. Anyway, 70 IBU. So, let's cut off the static. Okay, now. Let's see what we got here. The Rogue Yellow Snow IPA, huh? There we go. And it is 6.5. Okay. I had a pretty wild IPA last night. We'll see how this one compares. Smells a little more mild, actually. May not be a bad thing. What do we got here? Okay. Alright. Put a little bit aggressive in there because these Rogues got quite a bit of foam. That's an IPA, so you can go a little crazy, but there's a lot of hop oil in here, so don't go too crazy. Very floral, kind of citrusy thing going on. Smells really good. There's a color shot. It is quite yellow. Holy shit. That's like, what is that like? Oh yeah. Hops. That's what that's like. It's like chewing on a hop pellet. There's a bitterness in there that's very familiar though to compare it with a food. What the hell is it that's bitter like that? Let's say a lemon. Oh, so yeah, very citrusy, very lemony, very. There's a flavor comparison I'm trying to get mentally here, but yeah, that's bitter. That's just. Whew. Very crisp and refreshing. Kind of a, I guess, staticky mouthfeel almost with all that bitterness going on there. That's not really not the most bitter IPA I've ever had, but it's definitely got some wild hop characteristics. You know what? I should tell me the hop variety they used on here. These guys give you a lot of information here. It's Revolution hops. Amarillo. Yeah, Amarillo and Revolution. Yeah. So yeah. Barbecued beef. I guess that's what they're trying to tell me with their pictograph. Starts out a little sweet and then I'm over the bitterness now. It's not that bad. And then it's just a lot of kind of mild flavors, and then you get a lot of hop flavor in the end. A lot of the floral hop. Well, yeah, it's got an interesting mouthfeel. Head's doing okay. Getting some lacing. I can definitely pick up some alcohol in there. But these rogues are kind of smooth. I'm finding that they're not really abrasive in any way. They're just there's a lot of flavor in them, and they're very well blended, and they're very smooth. But they're not real. But these hops are kind of in your face, though. I mean, it is an IPA, so. Yeah, it's not like the Imperial IPA I had last night. This must be the West Coast style. Yeah. And there's a flavor I can try to associate with something in there, but I can't quite pick it out. Very familiar. Oh yeah. What the hell is that? Grapefruit. Damn it, that's what it is. It tastes like grapefruit. That's it. And like not necessarily the pink grapefruit, although it kind of tastes like that. It tastes like the lighter colored grapefruits, like the white grapefruit, or maybe even the red. More like the white, yeah, like the white kind. That's what this smells and tastes like, white grapefruit. So now you know. That pretty much describes this beer completely. The hops taste like grapefruit. My dog's here. He's excited to make some yellow snow. Sorry, I'm just rambling. Tastes like grapefruit. That's about as deep as this is gonna get. The hops taste like grapefruit, and yeah, it's pretty good, but it's a little more bitter than the Wild Rose IPA, but I do really like the Wild Rose IPA. But if you want an IPA that tastes a lot like grapefruit and the hops, and very citrusy, very lemony kind of hops, go for this one. It's that bitterness in the back of your mouth that's a lot like the grapefruit. So yeah, it's a pretty thick beer, 6.5%. For $8, like I said, that's the only thing that's pissing me off. About $8.50 where I bought it. I'm pretty sure I could probably find a better deal for it, but it apparently is not a cheap beer. Like I say, if you know about the rogues and the pricing, let me know, because I'm just kind of curious to see about if I'm getting ripped off or if they're just kind of pricey in general. I think there's another store in town I thought I saw some of this at. I'm going to go check their prices. But generally, if I try and pick something like this up, it's got to be from one of the fancy wine stores in their beer room. And they like to charge money, but rightfully so. I mean, they're bringing in stuff that no one else brings in, and you don't want your product going bad and getting outdated and going rancid, so they have to circulate it, and they're providing a service. But I just wish more people would drink this shit so we could get the price down a little bit. That would be nice. Yeah. Start, middle, finish, and alcohol, color. What is there to talk about with this beer? It's an IPA. It tastes like grapefruit. Quite strong hop presence. Kind of a kind of a weird mouthfeel. It's kind of a little bit unique. No, it's not unique in a style. It just tastes like a lot of the IPAs I've had. I won't say if it's better or worse than. I like the Wild Roses IPA a lot because it's so well balanced and there's such a nice hop in there for me. Like it's really well. This is just kind of different, tasting like all that grapefruit in here. That's pretty cool. So that's a nice change. You know, you don't want to drink the same beer every night. So I recommend it. Try and get it for a little bit less than what I got it for. And if you know, tell me the price. Oh, it's pretty good though. A little bit flat. It's starting to get flat in the mouthfeel. These guys seem to pack a lot of, seem to get a lot of foam out of all their beers. I don't know if that's something to do with the way they hop it or what. They're pretty good beers. But I had the Garrison Imperial IPA last night, which it may have been the first Imperial IPA I ever had, and that blew my mind. That blew my mind. This is not blowing my mind. I gave the other Rogues, the Hazelnut Brown and the Mocha Porter, I gave them 10.5 out of 11. And they were nice, sweet, dark beers. Real good flavor. Nothing wrong with them, so I gave them 10.5, lost half a point off of the price out of 11. This one I think is a little lacking. Next to them, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 11. I've had a lot of IPAs, and this was pretty damn good. And with the grapefruit taste in there, that's a real nice twist. So there's a little bit of originality there. So far, not exactly my bag. I'll take into consideration that some people out there probably really like it, but I think that all in all, I think that the IPA could have been a little. It's good for what it is, but it's a lot different than the IPAs I've had, just from the sheer amount of grapefruitness, which I prefer a different type of hop, basically. So depends what you like, I guess. Still got some more in here, but I'm just gonna finish this Stein here, and we're a ways into it. So I'm gonna give it 9 out of 11. There's a lot of grapefruit hop presence, and a lot of bitterness in the back, but there's not a lot of like front bitterness. Like it's a lot of one kind of hop sort of thing. Maybe they could have thrown another hop in there, but I'm not bitching. I mean, it's really. I don't think I could brew an IPA this good, so I won't bitch. But I think that the flavor is a bit odd. Yeah, that's so grapefruity. Yeah, but I recommend the Rogue, and try and get a better deal on it, I guess. But 9, that's a pretty good beer. Nine out of 11. And you may like it less, and you may like it more, but probably less. But I'll be very generous and give this a 9. Rogue Yellow Snow IPA, it's a 9. Beerzerker.